unboxing video for the ACARDASH or ACAR Navi system, which just arrived from China. There's a cleaning cloth from ACARDASH, and here's the new unit. So as you can see, this has got the original styling of the R8 Gen 1. So all the same original buttons down here, so that once it's in the car, it'll look more original than any of the others. All of the small buttons across the bottom are missing, and they've extended the screen to the maximum size inside the regular surround. So this is the front side and the rear side. Here's all the cables that I'm going to need to make sure that it's a plug and play system. It'll include the reverse camera, it'll include all the steering wheel buttons, it'll include the GPS. That's obviously the main connector. Everything seems to be labelled. That's the cell phone. That's the GPS. No, actually that might be for the SIM card. 1 second. Yeah, that's a SIM card holder. So here's the GPS antenna. Okay, not seeing the GPS antenna. Oh, right now, here it is. GPS antenna. And all the other modules that I need to make all the connections. So I'll sit down and go through everything, and I noticed also the keys to remove the there's the antenna for the cell, or for the Wi-Fi actually, and the keys to remove the old stereo are included in the kit. So what have we got on the back? We've got HDMI out if you wanted to run a second monitor, which we're not going to be doing. You've got audio in and out, GPS, 4G. So these will be for the antennas. Yep, there's the SMA connectors for the antennas. Same. Coax, that's probably reverse camera. Antenna for the radio, and all the other connectors for these cables here. Okay, good. Once we get to the car, we'll continue on. Okay, just a point whenever you're connecting your Wi-Fi antenna, just check the inside of the SMA connector has the little gold pin, because some SMA connectors are actually reverse and they don't have that. So that little gold pin will go into that small hole. Simple as anything. The GPS antenna looks like this. It's a patch antenna. So this is the sticky back, and this needs to be able to see the sky. So you'll have it under your dash somewhere looking out through the front windscreen. And there's the same SMA connector. Make sure the gold pin is on the inside and connect it to the one that says GPS. Okay, so there are two USB extensions which you can run down the side of your console for inputs. One of them has 4 pins and one of them has a 6-pin connector. But they're the same thing, but it just means that you get them in the right way around. 6-pin here, 4-pin here. Okay, this patch antenna is for your 4G, and the SMA connector has 2 potential places, this one and this one. One of them is marked 4G minus and one of them is marked 4G plus. 4G plus refers to LTE. If your country has LTE, then go for the 4G plus, which is this one. Okay, find this small box and plug it in here. Once that's plugged in, you can plug in all of your audio channels. These are just noise filters. You get 2 of them. You just have to put them in line between your audio out from that lead to your fronts, and then on the other lead, this lead, they're not marked, but they go through the noise filter to the rears. Rear left and rear right. Okay, find this cable which has 10 pin and the reverse camera, and it goes into this 10 pin slot here. This back to this 6 pin, 8 pin will go into the slot here. So that's all 4 connected. Okay, so back to your main loom again, and find this black one, and that's going to go into here, like this. This is your antenna. Just note one thing, is that these clips, once they're in, they don't have the slots in the front of the panel to be able to use these removal keys to ever take it out again. So be really sure, once you put this in, that you've got everything sorted and working, because it's, I don't know how we're going to get it out again. It's going to be interesting. I'll have to think about that. Actually, just regarding this antenna cable I showed you, this is a short one. There's also a long one, which I think is going to be for my car actually, but I'll have to wait till I get to the car to be sure about that. But just make sure you use the right one. Okay, so before we go to the car, I'm just taking a torch, a blade, a couple of different screwdrivers, the keys to take it out, some pliers, some cable ties, all of the spare cables that are down there, and the whole unit. I'll take that to the car and let you know how we go. Okay, so here we are in the car. So these pins go with the curved side inwards, and you kind of just have to feel until you can feel the springiness, and then it'll kind of click into place. Okay, so what I did was I pushed them as hard as I could using this plastic thing till they click. Each one of them has to click, and then you can use these like a lever like that to slowly pull it out, and you can see now that it's actually coming out. It's not easy, but just take your time and you'll get it. Okay, so as you can see, this is the first time this has been out of this car for like since new, so what's that, like 15 years, and these are the clips that are holding it in. So again, using this tool, I was able to pry off the side panel. You're going to need that off. Okay, so there's 4 things to disconnect. And then this one here, you have to push down that little grey thing to then release this purple or pink lever, and then you just pull it out like that. Okay, so as you can see, the radio is now out. So there was 4 connectors. This one, this one, this one, and this one. So to manipulate them out, you have to pull this lever and lift it up, like that. This one here was a bit more tricky to do as the last one. You push this grey button down, which then allows this pink one to lift up. This one here, there's just a button on the front there, that button there, and the blue one, which I think is a GPS antenna, there's a button there. You just pull them all out. Okay, so the first thing I did was I fed the reverse camera wire up through there, and by reaching down through here I eventually was able to grab it and have it ready to plug into the system. I then fed the other end down through here by just pulling this open, which allowed me to then pull it through, and now I'll be able to hide that all the way underneath here like that until I get to the back. Okay, so once you have the rear out, just be aware that that's what the clips look like. If it looks like this, then take it off. Okay, so it should look like this. And then you can see these two, they've completely broken off. So I need to recover them. There's one there, and the other one is still in place there. So I'll glue these back on again. Okay, so here we are on the driver's side. This is the connection we need to take off. And then we connect the wire that's going to our reverse camera behind the stereo. Just line it up properly so the purple things are on the side, and make sure that the keyway and clip firmly lock home like that. So then you can tidy it up along behind everything. Keep it neat. All good. Okay, this is the first boot up. I'll show you in a second just all the connections. I had the car running with the AC on when I first connected it, and everything was fine. All I had to do was push that button to switch it on, and everything started to work. Okay, so here's the finished job. So it's quite responsive. It's all the standard apps. I haven't downloaded any new ones yet. CarPlay. These buttons all work. Navi at the moment's going to Waze. I can't get a signal down here. Radio is a bit annoying because I can't work out how to save the actual stations that I want yet. Anyway, all good. The two USBs, I've got one SD card reader plugged into one for a lot of music, and the other one is powering this charger here for the phone, and they're all just hidden behind here. I just pulled them down through the back, connected them all here, and then ran them forward through the slot which goes underneath here, and one comes out here for the charger. And right down the bottom down there, I've got an HDMI lead plugged into the back of the stereo, so that if I ever, for some crazy reason, wanted to use the HDMI input, then I've got access to it there. Okay, thanks Navi-Dash, ACARDASH I should say, ACARDASH.